Man, I got one of the best phone calls imaginable. Would you like to shoot my Cybertruck? Eric here from Armored Cyberglass called a mutual friend and was like, we are looking for somebody to shoot our Cybertruck. So Eric, what do you do? What are we doing today? And like, what generated that call? You know, actually, I have to preface this. I'd never met Eric before 2 hours ago, where he pulled up to the shop at Sheepdog Response with this vehicle. We'd never corresponded. There's no planning to this video. There is absolutely no way, shape, or form are we being monetarily compensated for anything that we're about to do. He just asked if I wanted to shoot a truck, and I very happily said yes. So like, what is it that you guys do where I get to shoot your truck?
Yeah, we're super thankful for the opportunity. So we make armored cyberglass. So 2/3 of the Cybertruck is Ballistic 3A bulletproof. We simply take out the Tesla glass. We replace it with our best in the world, thinnest in the world, lightest in the world armored cyberglass, basically closing every ballistic gap so that the entire Cybertruck is absolutely bulletproof, 3A ballistic, anything handgun or anything subsonic.
Crazy. I've been in a lot of armored vehicles, and I've built a lot of armored vehicles, lots of different places all over the world. And the weight that you're talking about didn't really compute for my head. She said a little over 100 pounds to change that out, to have ballistic 3A glass on the Cybertruck, where I remember putting 500, 600, 700 pounds. You know, if I'm going to be on like a Toyota, like a Land Cruiser, for example, and I'm going to be retrofitting it to be to a degree protected. That's madness to me.
Yep.
How do you do that?
So proprietary process, 5 layers, argon air chamber, think of it like a crumple zone, and we're just the lightest and thinnest in the world. Actually, after the windows are shot out, you can actually roll the windows up and down as well.
That's
for
crazy.
drive-through, that's important.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, we couldn't even move the windows
Right.
once we converted them to being armor. So the plan is we're going to shoot that first panel with a variety of calibers. I'm going to be shooting a 9mm. It is the defense round from SIG. It's 124 grain jacketed hollow point. It's a defense round. We're going to be simulating like a carjacking or, you know, an assault to somebody inside of that vehicle. We're going to be shooting a 45, 230 grain, and then we're also going to be shooting a 300 grain 4570 government. So like 3 whopping, I mean, these are without a doubt, they have more kinetic energy than any other pistol round out there as we start moving up into that 45 and that 4570 government. I've never shot this vehicle before. I've never shot that glass before. I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I'm super excited to see how it turns out. And I think that with that, we just get to shoot some glass now.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab the weapons. All right, so to start us off, we are going to be shooting this Flux Legion. This bad boy is going to be firing 124 grain jacketed hollow point. If you're going to pick something as like the assault pistol to be running up to do like a carjacking or vehicle assault, this might be the perfect weapon. So we'll start off with this one. All right, so we just shot that 124 grain 9mm, and it worked exactly like it's supposed to. So when you go up and start fingering that thing, you can see that there's still plenty of glass behind it. It distributed the energy in and around it. You know, and those are protection rounds. Those are designed to do some significant damage. So we're gonna up the ante. We're gonna go to this 230 grain full metal jacket 45, and we're gonna shoot it. It's already been shot. You can see the cracks in it. We're gonna go center in the center of that glass and see if structurally it's perhaps maybe compromised. Let's find out. 3, 2. You can also see some of the fumes and the gas coming out.
I can't see the bullet.
Oh, let's open up the door, I'll show you.
Whoa.
You see the fragment?
Look right above it, bud.
Yeah.
It traveled.
All right, without a doubt, I am impressed. Watching the fumes escape out of the other bullet hole and then seeing the bullet still lodged in the window is kind of crazy. So I'm gonna go as insane as you possibly can. I'm gonna switch over to a 4570 government. This bullet is designed for mass destruction with a mass amount of energy. And we are going to be shooting one of these out of this cannon. So that's where we're going now. There's only one way that we can go bigger, and you know, like, I'm just dumbfounded already. I'm excited to see how it does against this giant thing. Oh, that one went through. Crazy. I definitely wanted to push the limit with everything. You know, going from traditional pistol rounds to 45, 230 grain, full metal jacket, ultimately landing on what is without a doubt, you know, one of the most powerful and infamous bullets, which is the 4570 government. You know, this velocity-wise gets nowhere near that 3A. Like, this is a fast bullet with a ton of energy, designed to just obliterate everything. And pretty rad that they let me shoot it. So look at the size of this, and I'm still blown away by the ability of this glass. Exited here, which is kind of cool because you can still see all the bullets from the prior two, not a lot of movement. And then we see impact straight across on the other window. This glass is designed for return fire. So if you're shooting from inside out, you're not gonna have that same kind of ballistic distribution of energy as if you're shooting from outside in. So what we see here is a very efficient, gigantic bullet that's coming inside out. So the glass is still doing what it's designed to do, which is be allowed to be shot from the inside out. It's crazy. As I have been known to be the man that pushes some limits, we absolutely push some limits, you know, finishing with that 4570 government. Another way that I want to push the limit is kind of the rapid fire. Like, obviously I'm not going to walk up and shoot like one 9mm, 145. So we're going to shoot that back panel right there, and we're going to kind of do it in rapid sequence, like pow, 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 and see what it looks like and how it does with that kind of rapid impact. Dang! Yeah, you can see bullet fragment right there. You want to take a peek inside? And there's bullet fragment right there. There's bullet fragment right there. Look, you can see the entire bullet right there. Look, let me pull it down a little bit. Do you see it? Yeah. That's the back end of that hollow point. Yeah, I mean, still just pushing limits here. You know, shooting this 6 times in rapid sequence, that kind of maybe half a second to second between splits, and putting these bullets straight down what should be structurally the most compromised and vulnerable portions of this window. There's nothing here. Like, you can feel tiny little lumps, but you can see all of the bullet fragments. There's no spalling. There's nothing on the inside of this. This is all just nice and clean. The vehicle itself, like the metal paneling, that's rated at 3A, right? The glass has to match that. There's no reason that you're gonna be upping ballistic protection of a portion of your body, but not the entirety of your body. So, with that in mind, all angles that you can be attacked at, they're supposed to have that same level of protection, which includes this back window. As we've shot the side windows, I also want to see stepping up the ante, going back to that 45, that 230 grain, and then doing multi-impact on another fresh piece of glass. See if we can like compromise it structurally, see if we can get some spalling or some penetration, but ultimately we're shooting 45 FMJ, 230 grain, right into the back of this window, and we're gonna do it at near point blank range, sitting right here. We're just gonna send it right into the cab of the vehicle. you are a gem and a man of your word. Like he without a doubt knew how some of these things were going to turn out. Every single pistol caliber, it performed, i.e. the ballistic glass, exactly how it's supposed to. It stopped it. But I wanted to push it. I wanted to definitely like find limits and breaking points, and like it's pretty incredibly generous that you want to let us do it. So where can people learn about the performance, about the glass, about the install, if they have a Cybertruck, how to ultimately, you know, take that 3A level armor and put it on theirs?
Yes, thank you again for the time on this, graciously with 90 minutes notice. ArmoredCyberglass.com is your source for all the technical specifications, how to order, and answering any of your questions. If you have other questions, just give me a call, ArmoredCyberglass.com. Again, thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
We appreciate it so much.
Absolutely my pleasure. You know, and this video was brought to you and paid for by absolutely freaking nobody. From the ammo that we used to the guns that we used, all of that stuff was like, we drove back to my house. Fortunately, I got to see my son coming home from school, and I talked him into getting in the truck and coming with me. And I mean, that's it. We just grabbed a bunch of guns and threw them in the back of the truck and came and shot this incredible, beautiful truck. And so thanks again for that. Thanks for the call, and call me anytime.